Good morning, everybody. Well, I decided yesterday that I'm going to do a little bit of a road trip. It's going to be a whirlwind road trip from where I live in Brisbane, in Queensland, Australia, down to a place called Lithgow, west of Sydney, in New South Wales. I'm not sure how far it is, but I may look it up, look up the distance, and I'll chuck it up here in a still photo, I believe. Anyway, I'm going to drive down there. I'm having a wild guess it's going to be somewhere around 10 to 12 hours driving. I'm going to stay with a mate halfway on the way there and on the way home. But I'm going to visit the Lithgow Small Arms Museum, or factory, where they produced the old Australian produced Lee Enfield No. 1 Mark III Star, or Mark III and Mark III Star rifles. So, yep, gonna go down there, do a road trip, and hopefully I'll get some footage from inside the factory. Obviously they made 303s, but they also made pistols, SLRs, probably other Bren guns maybe, but they also made other things like sewing machines and golf clubs and kettles and all sorts of stuff. So hopefully I'll get a little bit of content that some of you who aren't gunheads might find a little bit interesting, but you gunhead guys, especially Lee Enfield sort of 303 people, might have a bit more of an interest in. And I also picked up some more books yesterday and met up with the author of those books. Some of you guys might have these books or have seen them, which also prompted me to want to make this trip down to Lithgow. So I'll show you these books, and I'm heading off ASAP, so I've got to film this, and then while I'm just packing the rest of the car up, I'll upload it, and then I probably won't be uploading any more footage until I arrive back to Brisbane on Monday or so. Okay. Okay, this is the first book that I bought yesterday, or the main book I bought yesterday. This is the one that made me hunt down and try and buy a copy, because I'm going through a little Lee Enfield 303 phase again in my life. And then I ended up just coming across the phone number of this author, Ian Skinnerton. He's probably well known in Australia or around the 303 literature scene. Called him up, and I was able to meet up with him, and all the books I got off him yesterday, they've all been autographed, I believe, somewhere. It's not really important, but there you go. Yeah, there we go. So anyway, this book here, that's on sale right now. You can get it from Cleaver Firearms if you're in Australia, especially Queensland's your local. This book's $20, and this covers, I believe there's around 800 pistols from all over the world, some with quite historical value. And when this fella passed on, his collection was donated to the Lithgow Small Arms Museum, and it's on the top floor, and I believe it takes up about half of the floor or something like that. So I was told that's a must-see, and all of those pistols are in this book here. And I'm not sure how many pages are in this book. Let's have a look. 592 pages for $20. Lots of photos. Like, you can see how many photos, and very good quality photos too, actually. Little write-ups about all the different firearms. So $20, anybody who's into pistols, that's really good. I got this one. This is the Broad Arrow. This is basically about all the different markings that you'll find on Lee Enfields and probably most British rifles. Got this one here. It's basically about flare pistols, but then these are just some of the the other ones, Lee Enfield parts catalogue, the Smelly, I think that's the same parts catalogue. Austin and Owen submachine guns, Smelly, number 4. So I got those. I also got this video as well. This is about the 303 SMLE as well. So it was good. I spent about 3 hours with old mate yesterday. We had a great old time. Anyway, I wanted to also show you this. So this is my Mrs. new little Suzuki Jimny. It's like the 2003 but current model. She didn't want me to take my little buzz box, so she insisted that I take her car. Potentially I might be sleeping a night in this car, so I'll just show you the sleeping arrangement. And because this is new, I think there's only 2,500 Ks on this car at the moment. She didn't want me to sleep in the car before her, so she had to sleep in it last night before I left. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is a little peek inside. This is the sleeping arrangement. So lucky for me, I'm not real tall. With this 4-wheel drive Super Centre Kings flannelette sleeping bag, it's more than warm enough. She said she had to undo the zips because it was too warm. However, we're in Queensland, it doesn't really get that cold here. Some people might say it does. But she did say that she woke up once because she was topping out, her feet touching the dash and her head hitting the back door here. So I'm a little bit taller, but I'm not too tall. I'm only like 5'9", 5'10's a stretch. So I should fit in there. So this is the arrangement. This revs pretty hard, this thing, on the highway, and I will be doing probably a something along the lines of 2,400 Ks or something turnaround trip. So yeah, 100 Ks is pretty much as fast as this car wants to go. So anyway, not in a rush. But that's the little sleeping arrangements, and just in case someone ever wanted to see the interior of one of these to see if it's actually possible, yes, you can fold the seats right down and you can lie down and sleep in the car if you want to. So single man, single woman's car. It's a 4-wheel drive, so proper 4-wheel drive. It'll get you off the road and do whatever you want if you're a single person or a man with a dog. Okay, so I'm gonna pretty much have to leave it there. I'll have to get the rest of the gear into the car and head off.